Reports are stating that Antonio Conte still wants Nicolo Zaniolo from Roma, and they have now named their price. Other reports are stating that Spurs offered Roma Japhet Tanganga and Tanguy Ndombele in part exchange. Jose Mourinho said no, but he will take Oliver Skipp in part exchange. A Spurs striker is just about to join Cardiff for £500,000. 4 Spurs players could be missing for Tottenham's opening Premier League game against Southampton at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday. And Antonio Conte has come out and said, let's not be arrogant that we have reduced the gap between Liverpool, Manchester City and Chelsea. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button and also like and share. If you're listening to this on an audio platform, do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. And please do check out the channel sponsors, OneFootball, Zooch Converters, William Hill and Live Football on TV. Just before I get into it, I would just like to tell you about a new fantasy football prediction game. I've just signed up to this, so it'd be great to see all of my viewers and listeners there as well. It's called Fantasy 5. It's completely free to play. It is a fantasy football prediction game, and you have the chance to win £10,000. Yes, £10,000. Simply choose one player in each of the 5 Premier League games listed, and if all 5 beat their fantasy points total, you will win the £10,000. Yes, it is that simple. I've just chosen my team, and of course it includes my favourite Tottenham Hotspur player, Heung-min Son. But even if you don't get 5 out of 5 picks correct, there are prizes on offer every week, month and year. And as I've said, it is completely free to play. It takes only 2 minutes to set up, and they have already paid out £50,000 to jackpot winners. If you want to join in with me, hit the link in the description, and the best of luck. A report was published earlier today by the Daily Mail, and they are stating that Tottenham's giant striker Keon Etete is in talks with Cardiff City in a deal worth £500,000 with Spurs, set to include a buyback clause for the 6-foot 6-inch forward. He is well regarded at Tottenham, but the prospect of him pushing past Harry Kane into the first team setup is slim, and he has taken the decision to move to the Championship for a greater chance of regular first team football. The 20-year-old is undergoing a medical today ahead of agreeing terms, and it is understood that Tottenham Hotspur will also insert a buyback clause. Etete joined Spurs from Notts County after impressing in a trial and has had loan spells with Northampton Town and Cheltenham last season. It also states that the forward scored 3 goals in both League One and League Two last season, with Cardiff City clearly having seen enough to make him their 15th signing of the summer transfer window. A report has just been published by Hampshire Live, and they are stating that Antonio Conte could be without several key men on Saturday as Tottenham host Southampton in their first Premier League match of the new campaign. The Lily Whites have had a busy summer of transfers, with sporting director Fabio Prasci and chairman Daniel Levy backing Antonio Conte in the window with several signings, including Brazilian forward Richarlison and former Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Yves Bissouma, collectively signed for around £85 million. But it seems that Spurs could be without the pair for the opening day clash with the Saints, following the latest reports that Mali international Bissouma has picked up a thigh injury that could rule him out of the contest. Former Everton man Richarlison is already unavailable for the game after the Football Association confirmed he will receive a 1-match suspension after admitting a charge of improper conduct. This followed an incident in Everton's clash with Chelsea at Goodison Park on Sunday the 1st of May when he threw a flare off the pitch. Richarlison scored the winner as the Toffees beat the Blues to secure a vital win in their quest for Premier League safety. Despite his absence, Spurs are set to have stars Harry Kane and Heung-min Son available, while January signing Dejan Kulusevski is likely to play with Richarlison not available to face Southampton. Basuma's involvement is touch and go, though, with reports emerging on Wednesday morning suggesting that the midfielder could miss the game after a slight hamstring tweak during the friendly match against Roma in Israel on Saturday, which Spurs lost 1-0. The Mali international was wearing an ice pack on the injury following the match, and his potential absence increases the likelihood of former Southampton captain Pierre-Emile Højbjerg starting the game against his old side alongside Rodrigo Bentancur in the middle of the pitch. Antonio Conte will also be without midfielder Oliver Skipp after he suffered a hairline fracture in his heel following a freak accident on the training pitch. The 21-year-old is said to have jumped for an aerial challenge with a teammate at Hotspur Way a week and a half ago, but fallen awkwardly, leaving the England under-21 international with a deep cut in his foot from the stud impact. He is expected to now miss the first few weeks of the season, further depleting Tottenham's squad for their clash against Southampton. Meanwhile, Japhet Tanganga missed the pre-season friendly against Roma due to illness at the weekend, and it is not clear if he is fit to return against Southampton if selected in the matchday squad. A report has just been published by the Daily Express, and they are stating that Spurs boss Antonio Conte is putting pressure on the club to pursue Roma star Nicolo Zaniolo, according to various reports in Italy. Spurs faced Roma in a friendly in Haifa last Saturday and are claimed to have asked for information about the Italian international. Tottenham have already made 6 signings this summer in deals that could, in total, rise to above £100 million, but Antonio Conte is clearly not 100% satisfied with his squad as yet. Zaniolo has been linked with a move to North London for several weeks, and Antonio Conte is keen to get a deal done for the 23-year-old in this window. Reports in Italy are claiming that Spurs made an approach to Roma about Zaniolo ahead of the friendly between the two sides in Israel. Roma responded by telling Tottenham that they would not accept an offer of anything less than £50 million, which is the equivalent of €60 million. Tottenham Hotspur centre-back Eric Dier has come out and said that he still speaks to Jan Vertonghen and Moussa Dembele on a regular basis. He said people come and go, and in one way, with Jan and Moussa, I would say that they are still my closest friends in football. I speak to Jan Vertonghen pretty much every day. Spurs head coach Antonio Conte has been talking to Sky Sports, previewing the brand new season, and said we must not be arrogant and we must not think that in just 7 months we have reduced a gap that has existed for a very long time with the likes of Liverpool, Manchester City and Chelsea. Antonio Conte then added, we have started a serious path here at Tottenham made up of work and thoughtful choices. Now, one interesting one this is. Reports in Italy are stating that Tottenham Hotspur offered Japhet Tanganga and Tanguy Ndombele in exchange for Roma star Nicolo Zaniolo. And apparently, Roma boss Jose Mourinho, of course, former head coach at Tottenham, turned round and said, no, we don't want them to. We would like Oliver Skipp instead. Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has just provided the following update, and this could be Tottenham's 7th summer signing. Tottenham have opened talks to sign Udinese left-back Destiny Udogie on a permanent deal with potential loan back for this season. Negotiations at early stages. There is still no full agreement as there are many clubs still interested in the player. Now, my thoughts on all of these stories in this episode. The 4 Spurs players that could be missing for the Southampton game. Oliver Skipp, Japhet Tanganga, Basuma and Richarlison. Of course, Richarlison is suspended. The other 3 could be out injured. Oliver Skipp is apparently now out for a couple of weeks, so wishing him a speedy recovery. But to be honest, if we were without these 4 players, of course, it would be great to have a fully fit squad going into the brand new season. But the likes of Yves Basuma, if it's not meant to be and they cannot risk these players, then it's best that they miss this game. And I think we've got great strength in depth anyway going into the brand new season. So I'm not too worried about the Southampton game. It should be a comfortable 3 points. And, hopefully with the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium sold out, all of the fans will get behind the team. Everybody is so excited at the moment. Hopefully we will start the campaign with a win. Now, I did have to laugh about the reports from Italy, whether they are true or not, but it just sounds so Jose Mourinho-esque, doesn't it? We'll give you Tongion Ndombele and Japhet Tanganga for Zaniolo, and I can just imagine Jose Mourinho turning around saying, no, we don't want them to, but tell Tottenham Hotspur and tell Daniel Levy that we'll take Oliver Skipp instead, because he was a huge fan of Oliver Skipp, and rightly so. He's a fantastic player. That is why it is sad that he is out injured at the moment, but speedy recovery to him, as I said. Spurs set to sell Keon Etete to Cardiff City for £500,000. Hasn't broken to the first team yet. Of course, we signed him a couple of years ago from Notts County. But I think Spurs are boxing this one clever by, if anybody they feel that could be a star in the future, they are starting to insert many clauses now with the buyback option. So I think that's fantastic. Antonio Conte coming out saying, let's not be arrogant thinking that we have reduced the gap between Liverpool, Manchester City and Chelsea. Well, I think that we have had a fantastic window. Of course, we do have a fair few weeks left of this window. Another one or two signings, then I'm sure that Antonio Conte will be getting excited despite what he says, because for most of last season, he said that, top four wasn't really on the cards, but we know deep down that that is what he was gunning for, and that is exactly what he delivered at Tottenham. So I'm going to say it again, exciting times ahead. Now, thanks for watching and thanks for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button. Also, like and share. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. And also, please do check out the channel sponsors, OneFootball, Zooch Converters, William Hill, and Live Football on TV. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, come on, you Spurs.